This is Hannibal here. I just finished watching Rampage Jackson's extended interview with Ariel Hawani today, which I don't think, I mean, he says in this he's not talking to Raja anymore, but he would pay for Raja's legal fees, but he does think Raja should go to jail, not prison, but jail. But here's one of the things I don't think he should have said. That he doesn't talk to Raja because Raja's a hot-tempered guy, and they might end up fighting if they see each other. And I'll just go through some of the notes I made in this. Ariel also had Chael Sonnen on, who did a grappling match over the weekend. He replaced Gable Steveson, who pulled out in a grappling match against Craig Jones, who defeated Chael. Chael was a last-minute fill-in. Apparently, Chael tried to get Raja to do that match since Raja was like the number one heel and supposed real fighter, even though he's only had one fight and lost that fight and hasn't fought in 2 years since then. Anyways, Raja and Rampage did not respond to Chael. Chael ended up doing the fight against Craig Jones and losing. By the way, with all this talk that Raja supposedly had a concussion, that's one of the excuses. What did he ever actually go see a doctor is one of my questions. Did he actually go see a doctor, and does he have an actual doctor's diagnose concussions? Rampage says he has reached out to Psycho Stu, and Psycho Stu has not called him back. That's probably because there's lawyers involved, and it probably wouldn't be a smart idea with the upcoming, at least civil litigation, to call Rampage. I would assume that. Rampage says, where were the 4 people that were in the ring before and after the attack, during the attack to pull the guy off, to pull Raja off, and why did they still do the pin? Did they not understand that the guy was hurt or not? He claims Psycho Stu should have known the attack was coming. I guess Rampage is saying Psycho Stu should have known that a receipt was coming. And he feels that Stu's kind of being a coward, not calling him. But there was a handshake agreement that they were going to work together. He wasn't expecting to be beat up or anything. He knew that the throw was coming. He didn't agree at any point in time to get punched 23 times in the face. Apparently, Rampage is saying Psycho Stu has a history of this type of behavior. It's come out from other people that the only one saying Psycho Stu had a history of this behavior is this AJ Mana guy, who is one of the people that told Raja Jackson to get a receipt. There's no one else saying Psycho Stu has any type of history of this behavior. Rampage says Raja was only supposed to be there streaming, not wrestling. I think one of the big miscommunications here with the company was alerting everyone that this guy was coming into the back as a non-wrestler streaming, because I think Psycho Stu thought this was all part of the show, and that's what led to. By the way, Rampage acknowledges in this that it was a real beer can smash, but the beer can did not hurt because it. Rampage acknowledges in this it was done in a wrestling manner. Nobody was hurt off of it. But here's the thing I don't understand. Raja was insulted by it. Raja was insulted by it. Even though it was done in a wrestling manner in front of a bunch of wrestlers, Raja was insulted by it. If he's going to be insulted by it, maybe the guy that brought him in there should just get him the hell out of there at that point. I agree with that, Robert. I'll be 100% honest. I would have thrown him out of the dressing room at that point. I have thrown people out of wrestling dressing rooms in the past, and an outsider should not be allowed to like have that much control of a wrestling dressing room. This was a really messed up league, and they've since lost their WWE affiliation. But Rampage said it didn't hurt Raja, but it embarrassed him. And Rampage, again, I don't think he should be doing this interview. He says Raja wanted to F him up, but not kill him. Well, if he didn't want to kill him, he was going to keep punching until someone pulled him off, which he said he was going to do in the thing. So I guess he really owes a debt of gratitude to the guy that pulled him off. And then here we go again. Rampage sticking up for his son. The guy disrespected his son on his own platform. Well, did anyone inform these backstage wrestlers? Hey, there's a guy coming backstage where, by the way, all of you are changing. It's your environment. We're not warning you. This dickhead is just going to come back and film you for his benefit, and we're not even going to tell you about it. So again, that's the company's fault. Because if I'm changing and I see a guy filming who I've never seen before in my dressing room, I'm going to be a little pissed off personally. And I think anyone would. I mean, that in itself is disrespectful, to film in a dressing room where people are changing. Again, he's claiming Stu was drunk. Stu wrestled. Stu still wrestled the match. So if he and was he blood at, like, how are you going to prove Stu was drunk? Because he was sober enough to wrestle a match. Because he wrestled this whole match before he was attacked. He's claiming that Stu should come out and say that Raja didn't quote unquote sneak up on him. Rampage is offended. People are saying people are quote unquote sneaking up, that his son snuck up on somebody. Because in Rampage's understanding, he expected Raja was coming. Yeah, he expected he was coming, but not to throw live rounds. So that was a sneak attack pussy thing to do. And again, he says his son should go to jail and do time, but not in prison. Anyways, I don't think he should be talking. Maybe he's waiting for an arrest to be made. Apparently, no arrest warrant has been served yet, and he doesn't necessarily expect one. But man, Raja wouldn't even take a grappling match. So of course he's going to be too much of a pussy to fight Jake Paul. He'll attack you when you're not expecting it, though. He'll definitely do that. But yeah, it's interesting that, like, I would not have done this interview if I was Rampage, because he said some stuff in this that, to me, if I was investigating this, I mean, this looks real bad.